What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. It's Monday. We are down here, girl. I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. Um, I was like, are we going to talk about Tiana Taylor and Iman? She finally came out. The sun looks so beautiful. She finally came out and said that they are separated. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Oops, comment. Let me know you stopped by. It's beautiful. Um, Yeah, so that's why people make public announcements when y'all be like, why they gotta tell everybody? Because when the other person steps out with another person, they don't want to be accused of cheating, even though people were accusing them of cheating while like having an understanding that they had like kind of an open marriage, I guess. I'm not sure, but you know, um I don't know. People have their marriages designed the way that they want them designed. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, that's the one thing I think that gets people tripped up is that there's this. You have an idea and an expectation on how things are supposed to look in somebody's relationship, and when they don't look like that, y'all freak out. And then after y'all done freaking out, even if it's what's wild is that even though they are in a I don't know. Were they in a monogamous open marriage? Or is that a thing? She would pick the girl. She said, I don't know, girl. People design their lives. All I know is marriages. People be participating in systems. And come on, Coach Roz. I feel like Coach Roz this morning. I need a gold whistle. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Put my stuff in my in my in my in my blouse. I was like, what is that dog looking at? That dog is so cute. We love dogs, honey. I meant to go look at some cats this weekend, but I don't know. What did I do this weekend? I went to Trader Joe's. I cannot find that banana cream ice cream. I can't. And what else? Just relax, sit by the pool. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, soft life. You hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Soft life, bitch. I don't even know, girl. I was relaxing for the most of the time. But what I was going to say was, I really don't have anything to talk about. But what we could do is talk about, I don't know about Iman and Tiana, girl. Marriages last on average of 8 years. They last 8 years. They got two children together. They're going to break up. They split up. I mean, she said, don't talk about her best friend like that. They still friends. They still good. Um, and I feel like a lot of people participate in systems and structures that don't necessarily are not necessarily for them. So maybe you do have to try it out. Maybe you do have to try to do something forever with somebody. That shit is crazy as hell. What? The crow. One thing I like about birds, specifically when crows do it, when they all get on like a tree, but they're on the outside of the tree, like the ends of the limb that are like the flimsiest part of the tree, right? And they like sit on the tips of a limb that is like real super flimsy, and they sit there, and I don't know what they do and what they talking about, but I don't know about Iman and Tiana, girl. I don't feel like it's I don't know. I don't feel like it's so salacious or whatever. But I do want to read some of your comments from that Tyler Perry video that we talked about. I posted it on Saturday. I was late. I was late. I was late. I was late on my edits, girl. I'm telling you, soft life. um, I was late on my edits. I should have dyed my hair this weekend. It was a lot of things I should have done, but I was just like, I'm chilling. I went to Trader Joe's, did my little shopping or whatever. Did I show you my new mug that I got from Starbucks? This is what I got. And I was like, okay. It was a bronze one. but it was too big. It was too big. 12 ounces is good for me. And I love that the spout is like kind of like a safety spout. You can kind of blow. Cause I hate when I burn my damn, when I burn my taste buds. You could, it feels like it's like you can't taste nothing because you done burned your damn mouth. But I wanted to read some of your comments about Tyler Perry so that your voices can be heard. Tyler Perry, we already know, was down to the internet giving black women advice instead of giving black men advice. Isn't it funny that the advice is always for you to fix yourself in order to be worthy of someone who refuses to fix themselves? What? What's that man that from what was it, Hoarders, or from the Addiction Show? He was crying. That's how I feel like crying every time I see them like tell you, oh, what's her name got in trouble? That girl that's married to Prince Donnell. What's her name? Chanel something. Girl, she got busted. Girl, wait a minute. What's funny is because she does her videos and it always seems like she's talking to somebody and she's like literally not talking to anybody. She'd be like, yeah, with the music in the background, like she's giving horrible advice to women that doesn't serve you. Full on patriarchy princess. And what I told my husband was, I wish I could find a video of hers right quick.
To learn this, I do not correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective.
So that you can see how she be, and nobody's on the other side of that camera. She's talking to she's not talking to anybody. Do you ever see anybody with her talking to her? When you pan the camera out, is there anybody ever with her? She's a scammer. She's a scammer. They be scamming girls. I remember when that story came out, they also did a, not payday, was it payday loans? Not payday loans. It was, credit repair. I guess that's the grip. I guess that's a little scam. You get into credit repair. I don't understand how the scam works. So what's the scam? But that's how they get the girls. I don't know where this should go. I'm trying to see. I feel like Coach Roz. It needs to be red though. I have a red one, but it has blue stripes. Anyway, so I want to read some of your comments from the Tyler Perry post. So let's talk about it because we only have a few minutes. And I didn't watch New York because I don't have live Bravo, so I have to watch it today. But I did see a clip of Uba and Aaron when she grabbed the shades off her face. But Aaron was saying she was intimidated and scared. I was like, girl, one thing you can count on them girls to do is perform white fright. Girl, I'm so scared of Uba now. But just the other episode, she was a real true friend. If she was a real true friend, you wouldn't be intimidated and scared. And by her not acknowledging you when she came down the stairs. That's what you were intimidated and scared about, girl. Bye.
Girl, stop.
Girl, Aaron. So I haven't watched it yet, so we'll come down here tomorrow and talk about that. So I wanted to read some of your comments. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna read all of them. Okay, so this is Wisdom Wins. Tyler is rich, so of course he can say something like that. It doesn't affect his mortgage payment or if he can pay the light bill. Like literally a millionaire giving that advice to somebody. Like, are you gonna give the Queen of England's great granddaughter? Are you gonna give her that same advice since you're her godfather? Oh my God, I would be so embarrassed if I was Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and they were like, this millionaire is online telling the girls to marry a man who can at least pay the light bill. And then some of y'all in the comments were like, the light bill? is the cheapest thing. Like, are you trolling? Like, girl, it's a mess. So we supposed to make more money than them and pretend that they're the head of household while they're being abusive. Fuck out of here. Tyler not going to date down, so why is he talking? We have to bring ourselves down because they don't want to bring themselves up. When we take them broke and they get their money up, that's when they decide to upgrade. And then over at the Breakfast Club, Envy and Charlemagne talking about again as nothing, again as usual on the topic. They can be selective about a woman's looks, but we can't expect financial security. I'd rather be single. That was truly Mademoiselle. Miss Cove says he's a Virgo man. I was annoyed with the female. Yes. But she said, but she has to keep her job. Yes, the woman who was interviewing him. You didn't think to say the light bill. Like, girl, what? No. It's treasonous and dangerous. This is Mika 79. It's treasonous and dangerous. We have seen how men act when they are with a woman who makes more than them. Tyler is playing into women being fed a storybook love story, telling women he can only cover the light bill, but he'll love you unconditional. But I'm a woman who has learned that men will resent you if you're doing better than them, especially if you're not the type of woman they dreamt of being with. Right. Oh my God. That part, right? Because in their minds, they have a woman that they should be with, and then they end up with you, and they're like, okay, well, girl, I'm going to settle for this because I can't get this because she married me for love, and the other one is expecting a bag and some respect. So I'll take this one, and I'm going to resent her because she still makes more than me, even though I really don't want to even be with her. And I'm out here paying the light bill, just the light bill. Like, girl, absolutely not. Um, Annie Love says, why didn't he encourage black women to go outside their race? And I came back and said, or black men to do better. Like, it's not, don't worry about them. They're never going to change. But it's you that needs to accept that. You need to adapt to that instead of adapting to a way where you're saying, I don't want that. That's the adaptation that we want. We don't want you to adapt and be like, okay, well, this is what I have to deal with. This is my only selection that I have to pick from because I want a brown skinned child. Girl, y'all gonna have to get out of that. You're really gonna have to get out of that because the truth is, do you want to create and partner with someone who like is literally on the bottom of every social report card? Every social report card. But at the same time, they want you to follow them simply because they have a elongated clitoris, right? Because it started out as a clitoris. And then the testosterone boost made it go, yeah, because y'all was female first. Little females first. Girl, come on, females. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. The truth is, it's not about us. It's bending the rules for men who don't want to strive. The sad part is a lot of them feel so bad about themselves and skin tone. If they get a bag, they'll trade it for access or proximity to whiteness. It doesn't come back to us, so it's all bad. It's an all bad play around. Please stop addressing the women, address the leaders. The gag is, and this is Reiki makes me happy. They're not the leaders. That's the lie that you have to stop telling yourselves. Just because they are bigger and stronger, by the testosterone or whatever, doesn't mean that they're leaders. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean that. And that's the lie that you have to stop telling yourself. If you think just because a person has a penis that they're automatically a leader, You've done yourself a disservice and you're about to be in for some needless suffering if you believe that just because this man exists with a dick that he's supposed to be your leader. No, while he at the same time is on the bottom of every social report card. What? Lead me where, Negro? No. Tyler Perry's comment is not as bad as I originally thought. He quantifies it, but it's a choice. Not one I think I'd make because my ex-husband and I made the same amount of money, and he started resenting me for not being dumb despite liking me for the same exact reason. Now I have to play dumb and like I don't know how to do stuff. Because in the church, TD Snakes is telling y'all the men need you. They need you, but they also need you to, what do they call them? A submissive provider. That's what they call them. A submissive provider. They want you to act like they're running shit while you are the provider. What? And then some women do play that game. They do. They put the mask on and they play that I'm throwing dicks. They are. They will play that game to have a man next to them. And he could not be making nothing. And then you end up like Shirley Strawberry. Shirley Strawberry. I know that man coming into that relationship didn't make more than her. She's been on the radio for years. Let me explain. Men want to dictate and not partner. So the situation equals me muling and him cosplaying as a provider. Exactly. Y'all playing a game for the people. Y'all putting on a show for the people. Especially you, the ones that were getting on me the other day because I said that being a wife isn't as valuable as y'all make it seem. Like when I look at the stories and listen to the stories and watch how men behave, I'm like, girl, y'all. And then you're like, come over here, sign up for this. We're not going to tell you what it's really like. And then now you got to play this role for your community. Girl, please. This is from Bule8288. Tyler is looking for love in women he didn't get from his mother. He needs intense therapy. How is he a dusty billionaire? Right. Makes sense why certain people aren't messing with him. He must let out a cloud of stupidity when he opens his mouth. Who these women, Medea? I want him to tell us because they must be proud and want to tell us how great it is. The lies, is it? It's the lies for me. I love everything that you said. This I don't know what this username. You are definitely 100% correct. Women do not lower your standards, and every pot do not have a lid. Everybody is not meant to be in a relationship, and everyone is not relationship material. I think that's where a lot of people get fucked up, is that they think because here I am, I should be partnered. I should be partnered. I should have a partner. I should have a partner. And then you play these roles. That's the part that gets me, because you play a role like it's so, it's like stupendous, and it's really like, what are you signing up for? Like, what are you signing up for? A good, loving, loyal man is better than a rich, wealthy asshole dude. There are wealthy men with busted up women all the time. That is what love is. You blacks need to realize, come on, you blacks need to realize this. Your worship of money over love is why your folks are the fastest crumbling community/race in the US. You guys need to see how third world couples survive. Where are the women bringing in more cash than guy, perhaps working as a nurse while her man is breaking back farmer, selling food, and still staying together, raising like more than 5 kids, and they stay bonded. How many blacks in the US or North America do this? This is similar how poor immigrant couples are in America. They stay loving hard on each other no matter who is making more cash, which is exactly why it's so. Go find you an immigrant to marry then, so that you can simulate being in a long suffering relationship. Go find you an immigrant. Okay. This is why immigrants and non-black couples come to the U.S. and easily surpass blacks with the highest divorce rate, highest abortion rate, highest murder and being killed rate. At this rate, you blacks will be extinct in the U.S. Actually, they won't be extinct by death. It will be extinct by co-creating. People don't want to stay in relationships with people who don't want to be in relationships. Along with the highest abortion rate and the highest divorce rate, don't forget the highest intimate partner rate. It sounds like you want the blacks to partner with each other when the truth is they shouldn't be, because the men are undeserving and unworthy in mass. You might find an exception here or there, but generally, they're not suitable for partnership. So I don't give a damn what an immigrant does. I'm not partnering with no motherfucker who's on the bottom of every social report card. No, you do it. You do it since you like it so much, since you think it's the best thing. You do it. Breaking backs. Who wants to break their back? What are you talking about? Girl, just another example of why you should not take advice from celebrities. The point of marriage was to give poor men access to women. It's a byproduct of patriarchy and historically a tool of subjugation. Exactly. Because now you working for a man. They make it seem like the man is valuable and now you working for one. Girl. Effective patriarchy. It is. Y'all be like, oh, the patriarchy is men are providers and they take care of their women. Since when? Girl, what the fuck? Y'all slapping a label on these men that they don't deserve. The men are supposed to. No, they're not. They're not even equipped enough to do that. You want them to be your protector, and then while in the system they benefit from being your oppressor. They benefit from oppressing you. You sign up to be a wife. Slap a wedding dress. It becomes your goddamn uniform. And then you got the nerve to tell other people you just a baby mama and you didn't get picked. You know how ridiculous you sound? Get picked by whom, ma'am? Whom? 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 Who? It's an owl over there. You get picked by who, girl? Y'all be so excited. And then you two chicken shit after you get done the fuck up and dragged and edges and everything else gone. Then you two chicken shit to come out and be like, I fucked up, y'all. I participated in a system that didn't serve me. And I stayed in it longer than I should have because I was too chicken shit to come down here and tell y'all the shit is not what the fuck you think it is. Especially with these nignogs.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Girl. All because of what? But you can't, it's so many people in the world. Honestly, people are going to date who they're in proximity to. And a lot of these girls, the lot that they're in proximity to is, like y'all said, full of doo-doo. That was funny. He's a good man, Savannah. Bye, Tyler. You go date that broke man. He made all his wealth in imitating black women, and now he wants us to mammy and coddle them to death. Girl. That's the agenda. Let the women wear the pants and the men wear the dress. Therefore, the black family is set up for failure to advise black women to settle for less and to tell men that they're not expected to contribute to the household. Just be present in the relationship. Tyler Perry is basically saying that black women are desperate for love because they don't know how to love themselves, and that's some bullshit. They keep selling this notion. That was Ella Latta. They keep selling this notion of love, this love that to cover up the fact that this man is broke. That's what I'm saying. When you get married for love, it gives the average man access to women they should not have access to. A woman desiring marriage and partnership, when she goes out into the marketplace to look for that, there are hordes of men that are of a plenty and of low value, and that will sell you your fantasy. And they have no business in your proximity. They don't. But you're like, oh, well, I'm going to get married for love and it's okay. And now you're dealing with somebody who resents you, right? Always got something slick to say. Tyler Perry sits there foolishly establishing low standards for black women, telling us what's good enough. He's a good man. Well, it's not good that the man is broke and remains in a position of mediocrity while not utilizing his capabilities. No, he cannot be good if he can't afford anything beyond a light bill. Also, why is the concept of romantic love only sold to women and not men? Exactly. They set it up like that. They don't sell romantic love to men. They tell men to run away while you run towards them as they run away. As they run away, they're taught to push it away. You're taught to try to pull it in. Like Valentine's is seen as feminine. Why is partnership shoved down the throats over other types of relationship? Because people don't know how to exist outside of some type of intimate romantic relationship. And when they realize that first of all, you don't have to be heterosexual to have children. If you want children, it's not necessary to be heterosexual. You just need a male and a female to come together. It doesn't matter what the sexuality is. Newsflash. Right? Because I told y'all the other day, some of your mamas and daddies is gay. Okay. So you do not need to be heterosexual to have a child. Right? You do not have to partner with a man to have a child. A two-parent home does not mean a man and a woman. Masculine and feminine energy are possessed by all human beings, and you just live in a system where the men are taught to abandon that side of them. So it really makes them unworthy for a balanced partnership. It does. Unworthy, the majority of them, where they're taught to relate to women in a way of domination and control. And if you add money is used to do that. And when they don't have no money and you allow them in your space and then allow them to play a role, you're just feeding into the narcissism, because you're not even worthy. And you've been granted this position next to this woman. Now you resent her. She makes more than you. But on the outside, she's letting everybody know you're the head of household, girl, and you're the leader. I know a homeless man outside right now that can afford a light bill. Guess I'll just take him off the street, give him a shower, employ him, pay for his mental health on my insurance, and get married today. That's what Tiffany Haddish wants y'all to do. And it's not just about the finances. It's what comes with the lack of finances. It's the mentality that comes with the lack of finance. It's the being able to rest in mediocrity. It's also this resistance of greatness. Why don't you want to be great? Why don't you want to be different than the last people? You know why? Because the access to women does not change. So why the fuck should I change? Why should I change? I could just go find an unassuming woman and get in a relationship with her because she's been sold that this is her life's path to be in a goddamn relationship. Who's talking? Tyler needs to stay out of black woman's business. That's why his shows, particularly Sisters, have black women being oppressed in some way. But this has to be the most ridiculous thing he has said thus far. Someone said, I thought y'all wanted to tear down the patriarchy and gender norms. Well, a part of the gender norms is that men with money in their pockets act differently, especially if they make more than their partner. So if you want to abandon gender roles, then you have to be okay with being broke. And then on the other end of that, be okay with not being picked. Because the women are learning that your presence is unnecessary. It's not needed. And because you are a drag to be around most times, why should I have you around? We'll see what the outcomes are. You don't need to be around with your attitude, bitter, resentful, always want to argue, always want to debate. Girl, don't nobody want to be around that. We'll deal with the outcomes, because you're gonna blame a woman anyway. Y'all still want men to take care of women. My whole thing is, you don't need to take care of me. But one thing you should do when you come into this space is improve. Show and improve. It should be an improvement for you to be around, not just kicking it and chilling. You should improve the space. If your presence doesn't make an improvement, you're unnecessary, son. And that's just the truth. You come in with this attitude like you're going to dominate shit. No, we don't rock like that. That's how you get out of gender norms. You don't rock like that. We can make we're equal up in here. We're going to work with your strengths. You're going to work with my strengths. I'll work with your weaknesses. You work with my weaknesses. We balance each other out. You don't come in here in no hierarchical bullshit thinking you're going to run shit. Just because you have a penis. Girl, what the fuck? No. You don't get to do that. If you expect for a man to be your protector and your provider, you do in fact employ the rules of patriarchy. But also in that, you need to understand that it is a lie from the pit of hell, because they're selling you this idea that a part of patriarchy is a man to protect and provide, but the man's role in a patriarchy is to oppress the woman. It is. And it is not their divine right to lead. It's not. Instead of telling and coaching these men to get their monies and careers up to meet us, they're telling us that we have to reach down. Right. They're irresponsible and lazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. The idea of a man only paying a light bill makes me feel like I'm swimming in someone's dirty leftover bath water with a smile on my face. That's batshit crazy. So Tyler Perry wants us to listen to his rhetoric, but I guarantee if he dressed as Medea, he'd be saying the opposite. People put on a front in public. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors at home and what's said in the car after the event. Wow, Tyler. Most women out here have already married down. They've chosen for better or worse. I feel like women need to do better, not worse. It's fucking hell to pay. For each $10,000 I made more in comparison to his salary, I paid for it. A study was done and an EU found correlation between women partnering down and the rates of intimate partner violence. And we know that black women's rates are tenfold. It is neither a smart nor secure or safe endeavor. It's not. Y'all can't abandon the gender norms because you think that because you exist with a penis that you should be leading somebody. To hell, that's the only place. That's the only to hell and poverty, girl. White men do not tell their daughters to date broke men. I am black and my dad told me not to marry a broke man. The man must provide for the woman no matter if the woman makes more than the man. The man needs to get 2 or 3 jobs. The light bill. The light bill. What kind of able-bodied man can only afford to pay the light bill? I was paying my parents' light bill when I was a teenager as my little household contribution. Is he crazy? What kind of job does a man have where he can only afford a light bill? Is he coming home from his part-time job as a newspaper delivery boy? Girl, I gotta go. And Iyanla and Tyler have the same damn birthday, September 13th. This is crazy. I read some of your comments. That's what we were going to do today. Why don't they focus on men being better? They don't. They just need to focus on you. You need to conform to what they want, even though they're unworthy. It's absolutely crazy. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Center yourself, please, girls, ladies, fellas, non-binary folks. Center yourself, okay? Try to develop platonic relationships. Try not to be so focused on romantic relationships with people. You see, just try that. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.